Okay, guys, so you can probably tell by the title that I'm going back to Vlare TV. Yeah. As of today, Vlare has officially fixed the... they have officially fixed the upload problem, which was the reason why I had to come back to YouTube. I had to come out of YouTube retirement for a short time and essentially, do this again for a while. And I gotta say, thank you guys so much for, coming back with me, because when I came back to YouTube for a short time, because I even said this was not going to be permanent. This was not going to be a, hey, I'm coming back to YouTube for a while, for forever this time. I'm totally coming back to YouTube this time forever. I never said that. I never once said that. I only said that I was going to be here as long as the Vlare issues were a problem. And boy, were they a problem for a while, like for fucking weeks. So yeah, so I am going back into YouTube retirement. Now, I want to say a few things real quick before I do. If you haven't, first off, if you haven't already, go to my channel, my Vlare TV channel. You can hit the link below and go check out that video. Check out my channel on Vlare TV. It's Mr. Multiverse. I go by Mr. Multiverse there. And I've already uploaded the two videos I've been meaning to do on Vlare, the Universal Monster Q&A and the Joker Q&A, which have been sitting around just for weeks because I didn't want to delete them because those videos were so long. I didn't want to be like, well, I don't want to feel like I did them for nothing, so I'll just hold on to them until, Vlare's up and running again. And thankfully it is. So that's the big thing. That's the other major thing is that I've done the Joker and Universal Monster Q&As on there. You'll also get to see like the other videos I've uploaded on there. And yeah. But again, I want to thank you guys so much for coming back. When I came back to YouTube, I was like, I don't know, I've been gone for like months, and that's like decades in YouTube time. That is like legit decades in YouTube time. So I don't know if I'm going to like have the same clout that I did or the same kind of effect that I had. I didn't know what to expect. And thankfully you guys came along with me. You guys came along with me and as I posted these videos, a lot of which were videos I was holding on. I was like, I don't want to hold on to these forever. So that's why I put a lot of the videos I meant to do on Vlare over here on YouTube, and then I just kind of did videos from there. So but I am glad that you guys got to stick with me, and basically get to play. It was kind of like business as usual before. It was very much like business as usual. But I gotta say, guys, I still stand by what I said. I do not want to be here on YouTube anymore. I feel like I'm just kind of grinding against a. I'm kind of grinding against... I feel like I'm grinding against a system that doesn't want, a lot of people, like a lot of low-tier video makers to succeed, I can make over 1,000 goddamn videos all the livelong day, but, like, I can't compete with that. I can't compete with all these other major, places on here. On Vlare, I feel like I'm making a lot of headway on Vlare. I really do feel like I'm making a lot of headway on Vlare TV. And I want to thank you guys for also coming with me on there. A lot of you guys, a vast majority, a ridiculous amount of people of my subscribers and fans really just went, if he going, I'm going too. That was literally like a lot of the people who like stuck out with me, like Bizarro Guy, Omni, Jason Voorhees. A lot of people were like, if he going, I'm going too. Like, just throw the sack over and be like, I'm coming to Promised Land, coming to the Promised Land. So I want to thank you guys, and yeah, now let's talk about another thing, actually. Let's get this out of the way. So, obviously, when I said I was done with YouTube in December, I came back in May for technical problems on Vlare. And Vlare doesn't really have the major staff like YouTube does. And there were a lot of problems. Like, they kept saying, oh, it's going to be fixed in a few weeks. The uploading problem's going to be fixed in a few days. Well, a few days came and went, and we still got nothing for a long-ass time. So, yeah. Safe to say that, Vlare is still like a fledgling channel. Vlare is still very much a fledgling channel. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is there a possibility that I could come back to YouTube? Is this another permanent retirement? Well, the other one was the other, you know, when I left in December, it was supposed to be a permanent retirement, but stuff came back. So here's the deal, guys. I'm gonna go back to Vlare. I am definitely going back to Vlare, but you may see video if in case something happens to Vlare again. You know, knock on wood that it doesn't. But in case Vlare goes down or something happens with the uploading system or something like that, I'll come back to YouTube. You know, YouTube. I will come back to the YouTube channel. Now, that's not saying like, hey, I could just come back the next day. I'm not saying that at all. I am in no way saying that I could come back the very next day here on YouTube. I'm not saying that at all. It could be another few months until if you see another video from me on here, because I've really fell in love with the Vlare channel. So I'm going to go back on Vlare, but I'm not saying that I'm permanently retiring from YouTube. I am in no way saying I'm permanently retiring from YouTube. But that's not to say, oh, well, if he's not permanently retiring from YouTube, then I just won't go to Vlare to watch his videos. I'll just wait for him to post them on YouTube. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is just, in case something happens to Vlare, I will come back here. That's what I'm saying. And keep in mind, that could be months or years until you see another video from me on here. So I wanted to get that out of the way, is that it could be months or even years until you see me. In case something happens to Vlare again, like the uploading system goes down again or something else happens, I will come back here. So yeah, this is back to another semi-retirement for your old pal DPZ, now going by Mr. Multiverse. Which, by the way, I like that name a lot more. I don't think I've ever told you guys the story of why I chose the name Deadpoolzilla. The reason I chose the name Deadpoolzilla was literally just a snap moment. Like, when I was making my YouTube channel, I was literally like, what's a cool name? Like, my friend, I think one of my friends, my brother, were there when I was making the YouTube channel. I was literally like, okay, what's your YouTube name? And I went, just out of the blue, like, it was my snap decision, Deadpoolzilla, because Deadpool was big at the time, and I love Godzilla, so it was just like a weird Reese's Pieces moment. So there you go. The origin of my name, of my YouTube name, was literally a snap decision. And for the longest time, I've always thought about changing it, but I was like, nah, I've already known as DPZ. Might as well keep it, might as well keep the branding, am I right? That was my whole thing, is that I was like, I'm already here, I got the branding, why not, right? So that was my whole thing with I know a lot of people have asked, how'd you get your name? Why'd you pick your name? Why'd you pick Deadpoolzilla? Snap decision, and I wish I could snap my fingers to emphasize the point, but it was literally a snap decision. So that was the major aspect of this of the name. Not major aspect. It was just, what's a cool name? Deadpoolzilla. Go. And I've kept the name ever since. So, and I feel like the Mr. Multiverse name kind of works more, because I've always talked about not just one genre of things. I've talked about a multitude of things, like a multiverse. So that's why I really kind of gravitated towards the name Mr. Multiverse, because I don't talk about I talk about I'm almost talking about a multiverse of things. I always feel like I'm talking about a multiverse in a way. So I've always liked that name better. And Vlare has been, despite the weeks upon weeks of not getting any information, being forced to come back to YouTube, that's a little stick in my craw, I'm not gonna lie. But I still love the channel. It's a fledgling channel. It's going to have some bugs. I'm not, devil's advocate, you are going to run into some bugs when you're when you're building a channel, a thing that came out literally little over a year ago. This thing is literally like a year and a half old. Of course it's going to run into some fucking bugs. But yeah. Like I said, guys, I'm going to go back to Vlare, and yeah, if you guys haven't already, you guys should make a Vlare account and follow me on Vlare TV. But yeah, so... But once again, guys, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my fucking heart for following me from Vlare and then back on YouTube, and now hopefully back to Vlare again. It's just been a wild ride, hasn't it? Like, it really has felt like this big, wild ride that doesn't seem like it wants to stop anytime, you know? And it still blows my mind that I have followers, let alone loyal followers. You know, it still blows my fucking mind to this day that I still have, like, these loyal followers that, like... Because when I made the jump to Vlare, I was literally like, no one's gonna fucking come. No one is gonna, you know, follow me or anything like that. And they did. It's the same thing with, like, when I did the GoFundMe for Holiday Matsuri, that was another moment where I was like, no one's gonna do this. No one likes me that much. And you guys helped me get to my goal on that. And, you know, it still blows my mind that people want to help and people want to see me grow as a channel. It's still, like, it still feels good, you know. Must not cry. Must not cry. It's something that I've, you know, that still blows my mind, you know. So, yeah. So again, thank you. Thank all of you for this. This is, you know, I could go on and on about this, but, you know, thank you guys so much for everything, really, you know, for all of this, you know. It means a lot. It really does. So, yeah. So, it's back to Vlare I go, and, yeah, I hope to see you all there. So, later.